Thanks everybody for joining us today. My name's Benny and I'm the membership director at the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber. I also have Ahmad and Michaela. Ahmad is our program and membership manager, and Michaela is our program and membership coordinator. Just some housekeeping things before we get started. We have all attendees are in listen only mode. If you have a question, please place it in the chat section. Ahmad will be monitoring the chat section for questions and we'll get to them at the end. If you have any technical difficulties, send an email to Michaela and Ahmad will put her email in the chat for anybody who's on the Zoom. This event is also being live streamed on Facebook and we'll have a recording available on Wednesday. So with that, we'll get started. Just to kind of go through really quick, these next 3 slides just kind of show our chamber staff. Usually when we do an in-person membership 401, we have everybody there, but just wanted to get everybody familiar with who our chamber team is. So we have Wico Van Genderen, he's our president and CEO. Lindsay Griffin, she's the chief operating officer and handles a lot of the Chamber of Commerce side. Joe Boylan is our executive director of Wilkes-Barre Connect, and he handles a lot of our economic development things and works through the Connect program that we'll talk about a little bit later on. Matthew Bicker is our CFO and handles all our financials. Myself, I'm the membership director and oversee a lot of the membership side of things. Megan Flanagan is our communications and major projects manager. She's the one that controls our Facebook, our social media, and a lot of our newsletters that go out. Ahmad Ali is our programs and membership manager. He oversees a lot of the events that we do, helps with the technical side like this live stream. Lauren Scott is our operations manager and helps oversee all the staff schedules and really make sure that our office is functioning smoothly. And then some of our newest members are Michaela, who is our program and membership coordinator. She works under Ahmad a lot, getting a lot of these awesome events going on. Tim Ooms is our economic and membership development specialist. He kind of works in between Joe and Lindsay, helps with our membership side on the database and helps with some data on the economic development side. And then newest to our team is Shani, who is our economic development specialist. She really works under Joe and kind of helps a lot with the Connect programs that we have going on. Just really quickly, some of our chamber leadership. On the Chamber of Commerce side, we have Angela DeCesris, who is our chair. Our first vice chair being Lars Anderson, secretary being Nina Zanin, and treasurer Don Brominski. On the CBI side, our chair is Elizabeth Graham. Our vice chair is Scott Lynette, secretary Carl Wachowski, and treasurer Will Frommel. All right, so just kind of hop in. What we really like to go over in these is really how to get the best benefit out of your membership and what you could do virtually a lot. So showing my screen, one of the easiest ways to get into the membership portal is on our home web page, wilkes-barre.org. You go down to the member login, and it's right there. And username is usually just your email, and a password is anything that you set up. And kind of show you what that portal looks like as to log in. Where do I have it over here? When you log in, this is exactly what you see. It's kind of like a Facebook meets LinkedIn on a hyper-local level. So you get to see a lot of different members are posting stuff, the YMCA, different things like that going on. And you can kind of see in real time, as well as post your own updates. You can put text there, a link to something, a photo, or a video. You can embed that and that'll pop up down there. To go into different things, the shortcuts on the side is really where you access a lot of your online benefits. So the first one's personal information, and that's really just the information as it pertains to you. Your prefixes, first name, last name, contact preference, easy kind of stuff that you just fill in. And if you want to put a nice little bio at the end here, so when people find you, they could look up a little bit about yourself. Any changes that you make, just simply hit Save Changes, and I'll auto-populate that. Username and password. If you want to change your username and password, super simple right there. And then photo, lets you upload a little photo of yourself. So when you're posting, people kind of see who you are and kind of connect with you that way. Groups and interests for yourself. This is kind of where you could highlight any volunteer councils that you're interested in, which we'll kind of get to a little bit later on what they do, as well as what newsletter categories you're interested in. So different things like chamber events, diversity, equity, inclusion, different areas that you would find interesting so that we could target that information and send it out to you. Same similar thing, you check box what you want and then hit save changes at the bottom. Social networks, these are your social media as it pertains to you. So you can upload your LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, stuff like that. And then finally, display preferences. This kind of shows how you want yourself to appear on our platforms. So if you hit members, that means that anybody who logs into this portal will be able to look you up with that information that you check. If you check public, that means that going on to our online directory, you'll appear in the box when someone clicks your company. And you could, again, control what information that you want to appear there. So you could have something that appears on the membership side, but not necessarily on the public side. You can see the different options there. And then last thing on the personal side is just some custom fields that we ask, and this kind of helps us either with research that we're doing, different things like that. Simple thing, you click what you are in those categories and then hit save changes. And it'll do that. Moving on to your company, this is how you control how your directory appears on our website. So you can fill out, this is kind of a great guide to kind of see where your profile is and different things that you could add. So it kind of shows completion rates, what we have missing, and where you could add that. Just kind of go section by section really quick. Organizational information is, again, just basic information about your company, company name, primary phone number, an email if you have like an info at or questions at, anything like that, your website, physical address and mailing address if it's different, and additional information. Again, this kind of just helps us with statistics when we're trying to figure out how many small businesses we represent, how many large businesses, stuff like that. And you can select your preferences for billing down there too. And again, save changes. Employees. This kind of lets you see who you have under your listing that gets our information. For any members, you can put as many employees in here as you like, or as few as you like. But everybody here who is on here gets their information, gets our weekly newsletters and stuff like that, and could register for events and such. Website information. This is just kind of, again, showing what's published on the directory. Here's where you could add the company's social media accounts, and that'll put a little icon on your directory listing that allows people to click on that and go to those social medias. And then just small descriptions, tells you how many characters you have here to put, hours of operations, driving directions if you're near like a major landmark. For us, we're Public Square, right across from Cafe Toscano. And then any highlights. You could put in here different things that your company does that people might not think of that would highlight on your directory listing, along with keywords. So when people search on our directory, it auto-populates based on what your category is, what might be good keywords for that. But say you do something that's a little outside of that and that you really want to highlight that and you think people might search for that, that's something you could totally add in there and hit save changes. Categories just kind of shows your what your listing is on the directory. So you can see for us, Chamber of Commerce, and where that is under business and professional services. Additional information, again, this is just different information that we collect for when we're doing statistics, things like women-owned business, veteran-owned business, family-owned, all those kinds of things that you could go through, and if this applies to you, could just select yes or no. Now, this kind of goes when we get into logos and stuff like this. This is the heightened enhanced directory. So this is for our send and above members, and this allows you to place that information in there. Really kind of makes your directory stand out. You could add photos or link a YouTube video to highlight your company. And then the map pin information. Usually this uses Google Maps. It's usually pretty accurate, but we always encourage members to go in and at least check and make sure that that dot is where you are. And you can always edit that if you need to, or upload an image if you want to show a custom of what you look like. Stuff like this, physical address, points of interest. And then last in this section is the membership badge. If you ever want to highlight that you're a member of the Wilkes-Barre Chamber on your website, all you do is copy this HTML code, put it on your website, and it should generate a badge for you. On the billing side, this is where you could pay any invoices that you have. So you see payment profiles. You could add credit cards that if you want to keep that on file, you can. Make a payment. If there's any open invoices for events or dues or anything like that, you could pay that through here. And you can see your transaction history and stuff like that. Going back to the home page, kind of getting into a little bit of the online deals that you could take advantage of from home and really highlight your company. Here we have two kind of very similar things, hot deals and member-to-member deals. Hot deals are deals that are available for the public. They appear on our website, and you can always find them in the What's New section. Hot deals coupons. Just kind of show an idea of what they look like. I've got one company in there right now, Atlantic Broadband, pop up right here, and that anybody from the public could take advantage of those by going on our website. And just kind of show you how you upload that. Click on the hot deals, and you add a new hot deal. And just very simple form to fill out, title, tagline, category, details about that deal, any descriptions that you want to add, as well as a logo to make you kind of stand out and pop a little bit more. They recently updated this and made this a lot more mobile friendly, so everything kind of pops a little bit more. Member-to-member deals, very, very similar. The main difference is that you have to log into this portal to be able to see these deals. So have some members there that have some stuff. Very similar form. Add member-to-member deal. Almost exactly the same. And then just hitting submit for approval when you're done. Pick your active dates. And then what we do is Lauren looks through them on our staff, just checks for any spelling errors, and then puts that out into this form. If you ever need to change it for any reason, either a hot deal or a member-member deal, you just go to Manage Member-to-Member Deals. Don't have any in here, but you'd be able to select right here. On the news release side, this is a great area to highlight if you have any press releases or anything new going on in your company that you want to call out. Very easy to put in here. Again, very simple form. Add news release, just some general information here. Body text, click categories that might apply for, logos, and then who the contact person is for additional information if the news media or anybody wants to reach out for more. Available properties, I don't think we have any currently, but this is a great spot for our retail or real estate members. Here you could post any property, whether it be commercial or residential, that you want to highlight and hope get that out there. And then last on this portal is really our request for proposals. Don't see any right now, but what this showcases, it's great for if you're looking for a caterer for an event, or any kind of service that you might need that a member could provide. All you do in here, and anybody from the public can access this request proposal form, but what it does is it only goes to the members to apply for the proposals. So you can kind of see there's different titles, listing dates, due dates, putting a description about what you need, minimum, maximum budget, any additional files you want, budget notes, all that kind of stuff. And then they select your category here in the directory. And then what that does is it saves that person from having to contact 10, 15 businesses and get quotes, and it also makes that referral directly to our members. When they're done, they just hit the I'm not a robot and then submit for approval, and I'll put in the request. Automatically sends out to whoever those are in that category. And then just some other things that are benefits for our members. So I talked about the directory a lot. Here we go. So again, this just got updated recently, probably within the last year, to make it a lot more mobile friendly and kind of stand out more. So you could kind of see all the categories here. You could click if you know a letter of a company, search by their directory listing. Excuse me for a second. And just to kind of highlight what a directory looks like, you could see the categories and the elevated, enhanced directory listings, like the logo, and kind of play into that there. Kind of see what it looks like on the inside. This is where your social media pops up. If you have any products that are putting that they're available for the public, you'll see their information here, as well as a map, different things like that. Also on our directory, let's go back in. There's options for banner ads that pop up. You see them going along there. And that's something, if you're interested in, you just reach out to Megan, and she'll help you through that process. And then last is our community calendar that I want to highlight for the member stuff. So this is our community calendar. Anybody could put an event up here. You can do it simply by doing this. And it's a great way for the public to put all the events out there, so we make sure that we're not there's not 5 events on one day, and you're not conflicting with different people. So it's great for picking out events and highlighting it for free. Excuse me. And very, again, simple form. You could also access this through the member portal. Go into events and add an event. And just different information there, categories, photos, and images. Doing it through the member portal gives you a little bit more options to highlight different photos. So it's usually better to log into here if you have an event and post it there. And then flipping back to the slideshow. So just some other small things. We covered all this. From our accounting administration side, other services we offer are certificates of origin and notary services. Lauren on our staff is a public notary. She could cover everything but I believe auto for notary services. And certificates of origin just certify that a product that you made was made in the United States, and it's usually used for shipping overseas. Lauren also helps with scheduling with the team, how to pay your invoices. We cover that in the billing section. If you're interested in automatic credit card payments, it's a form that you just fill out. Let me know and I could get you that form. And then one of the last things that we offer is Chamber Choice Insurance. It's an independent company that we're a partner with. It's great for small business insurance. And that's something, if you are interested in more information on that, again, just reach out. We'll get you over the form and has a phone number or email that you could reach out to get more information. Kind of transitioning now into the Wilkes-Barre Connect. This is a program that got set up probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, and has different things underneath it. Really what they looked at the time, there wasn't a central place for a new startup business to go through and kind of get to where they needed to. So just kind of change the business model where there's an intake form, goes to consultation, strategy, and referral. And it uses really all these partners listed below to help a small business starting out and keep on going. Within the Connect program, there's 5 key programs, so you could kind of see them here. The Wilkes-Barre Connect 101, the Intern Series, Honor, Pitch, and Spotlight. And just has the different information there available for it. We host the Wilkes-Barre Connect program out of our Wilkes-Barre Think Center. It was started about 5 years ago through funding through the Penn State Innovation Center program. It has a co-working space, an auditorium that seats up to 46, and you can always add in additional chairs. We've hosted a number of events there, and really it's just a community center that we encourage different people to use. For this slide, really one of the things that Wilkes-Barre Connect was founded by was to help that startup community. So there is a co-working option that's normally available in our Think Center. Super low rent per month, and it kind of gives access to all those services for anybody who's looking to start up their business and really kind of give them the space to succeed in that. Kind of transitioning into other stuff that we do, getting into the councils that we have and some of the major events, member advocacy, connecting our members, future leaders, empowering women, developing diversity, and community strong. On the membership advocacy side, we have a great government affairs council. They yearly do a survey, kind of looking at the business climate in the area, different major topics for discussion, such as transportation, things that are really affecting our workforce. They do economic outlook breakfasts once a year, take stance on issues affecting our members, educational seminars, been doing stuff around COVID recently, legislative breakfast where we bring in state and local representatives to kind of talk on the area and where it might be going, different things like that. Currently have 18 council members and have over 125 people that are engaged in our different events between stuff. On connecting our members, we have a great group of chamber ambassadors, about 15 members. They do things such as our ribbon cuttings. You'll see them on our live stream red carpets, at major events, and then doing other fun stuff. Our one annual dinner, we had the giant light bright, kind of helping us out in those different things. They're a great resource if you're coming out to an event the first time. You could always pair you up with one of them, and they always know a lot of people in the crowd that they can introduce you to. On our future leaders, this program was started about 4 years ago, and it's grown drastically since. It's our Elevate Young Professionals Network. They're a great group. They have over 350 people engaged in coming to our events and 27 council members. They really focus on that professional development, volunteer opportunities, and they always look for charitable givebacks in their events. So normally they do Pins for Nonprofits. They did the Young Professional Conference about 2 months ago, had over 100 people at that. Community Reading Day, that's something that they're recording right now to get out to the local classrooms in different schools. In the summer, they usually do a kickball tournament that raises money for kids to go to Camp Kresge through the YMCA, and then the Young Professional Awards. We have a great women's network that's always looking at empowering other women in the area who are in business. Currently has 36 council members and over 185 engaged members. They do things such as Your Hour, Her Power, Athena Panel Luncheon, recognizing the Athena Award recipients in the past, the Empower Conference in partnership with Scranton Chamber. We do a spotlight on Women's Network that highlights female entrepreneurs in the area, different mindfulness events, and other things like that that allow for mentorship, education, and again, empowering other women who work in business. Developing diversity. This is our newest council that started with one of our strategic goals this year. Really, the council meets every other month now. Their first major event that they're working towards is an inaugural diversity forum, probably looking at taking that online this year, and then following years continuing this, but really just trying to work towards that diversity, equity, and inclusion in our area. And then for any of those councils, we're always looking for people to get engaged with. If that's something that you're ever interested in, you could send an email to Ahmad, Michaela, or myself, and we'll get you in on those meetings and really starting to participate. Community Strong goes into our major events. This year, because of COVID, we are looking at different unique options that we could do to still keep recognize the award winners and put this out there. So we're either looking at reformatting them or moving them to a live streaming. So we'll have more information about this as the year kind of progresses. But our Epic Awards, we highlight the Athena Award, which is one of the highest awards that a woman could receive in the area. Innovator of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, and different community achievements with nonprofits hitting milestones in years that they've been around. Our annual dinner typically happens in November. We highlight a lot of our businesses in the area through this award. Emerging Business of the Year for a newer startup business. Legacy Business of the Year for a business who has been a staple in the community and been around for a while. Our Charitable Organization of the Year, highlighting a nonprofit. Diversity Champion of the Year, highlighting a business that's really strong in diversity initiatives. Lifetime Achievement is a person who has accomplished a lot in their lifetime as a professional. Pride of Place is highlighting different businesses doing either internal or external construction and really highlighting the new things that are happening in our area with businesses. And then Healthy Workplace Award, highlighting businesses that really have good workplace practices around health and wellness. And then our Young Professional Awards, this is something that started out 4 years ago. I think this will be our 5th one going on, where it started out with 100 people and it's grown to over 350. We use this as an opportunity to highlight what some young professionals are doing in the area. This was last year's awards category, always constantly looking to increase this and get some more engagement out there. All right, I'm gonna switch to Ahmad and ask for any questions.
Thank you, Ben. I think you covered a lot there. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and I will unmute you. And you can ask Ben, myself, anything that you feel you need a little bit more clarification on, or if you want to utilize something that you want to utilize more in your membership. I don't see anything in the chat. We have a question from Ginny.
Sure.
Ginny, go ahead. Ginny, would you mind restarting? I unfortunately forgot to unmute you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Ben. Hello, Ahmad.
Hey.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
On the membership homepage, in other words, when I'm part of it, but through the larger organization of CareerLink. So these individual personal information, hot deals, those things can only be updated by the CareerLink administrator. Is that correct?
No, so you should be able to log in and also update those. If you're having a problem with that, and you've already tried that, send me an email and I'll look in to make sure.
Okay.
But you should be able to, as an individual, log into those and upload those as yourself on behalf of the company.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ginny.
You're welcome.
Guys, another thing too, we encourage you to use this space, especially the hot deals and the member deals, to showcase anything that you have going on at this time. I know Ben, I think we'll touch on the Feature Friday and the other e-blast coming up, but using the member deal and the hot deals will give us an idea of what you have going on and what we can showcase for you in the community. So if we have no further questions, I'll have Ben go into that information.
Yeah. So one of the things that Megan, who is our great communications manager, she does now emails. Typically we did them on Tuesdays, but we kind of broke them out a little bit more in light of everything that's going on. So as you can see, this is our newsletter that goes out now every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Monday is really just highlighting our updates around anything COVID-19 related. To kind of see different things in there, and this one went out at 11 today. If you're not receiving these for any reason and you want to receive them, if you're not a member, you could always go onto our homepage. Megan linked in, since this loads up. Down here, you can find emails, getting updates. And if you are a member, all you have to do is send me an email if you're not currently getting them, and we'll make sure your information is right in our database. That's usually the biggest reason, if an email is slightly misspelled or anything like that. But really, Monday is the COVID-19 updates. Wednesday, we're highlighting our events as well as other nonprofit events going on in the area. And then Friday is really highlighting different things that our members are doing. Whether that's offering curbside pickup in light of the virus or a new service, anything like that we could highlight for you. We're picking about 5 to 10 each week and showcasing them in our Friday newsletter. Anything you want to add to that, Ahmad?
Okay. Thank you. No, I think you covered it all there. The one thing I was going to add was how to get on the emailing list, but you covered that. I think that's it. And then just keep looking out for events with a lot of our stuff switching virtually. We'll have these events through Zoom, either webinar or a networking meeting, and we'll try to live stream as much as we could to meet a broader audience. I think Ben will have a list of upcoming events for you guys to tune into.
Yeah. Awesome. Any more questions, Ahmad, before we close out?
It does not look like we have any questions on the chat side. Are there any questions on Facebook, Michaela?
No. Mm-mm.
All right. Then thank you, everyone, for joining us today. If anybody's interested, we do have some other great virtual events going on this week. This Wednesday, we have it's a new series that Ahmad and Michaela started, Wednesday Wisdom. And the topic is Clicks in Order to Clicks in Order. That's Wednesday at 10 a.m. And that's really talking about how to get your business online and some e-commerce opportunities. And then on Thursday at 4:30 p.m., our Elevate Women's Network is doing a Sip and Learn. They're doing breakout rooms with 3 different topics. We have all that information on our website. So feel free to go on there, check it out, and see if you're interested to register. Like I said, you can stay up to date on all our events and news by signing up for our newsletter. You can either do that through the website, or if you're a member, let us know and we'll make sure your information's right in the database so you're getting those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday newsletters. And then finally, on behalf of our whole chamber team, we hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. We know these are unprecedented times right now. Our whole team is here to help in any way possible. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Thanks everybody for joining in today, and hope you have a great rest of the week.